Thank you, Whitney, for that report. Now, the United Nations Entity for Gender Equality and the Empowerment of Women, known as UN Women, has today launched its strategic note for the year 2023 to 2026 at an event in Nairobi. The unveiled strategic note aims to address 4 key areas, including bringing an end to violence against women and girls. Tiffany Wamboi gives us the details.
Bringing an end to violence against women and girls and security. The event drew state and non-state actors from the country as the body embraced partnerships to develop, strengthen and implement policy frameworks in highlighted areas.
Kenya Women Parliamentary Association.
Speaking during the event, the Kenya Women Parliamentary Association, that is KEWOPA chairperson Leah Sankaire, lauded UN Women for empowering women to vie for political seats, as well as offering mentorship programs to boost their productivity.
We're going to mobilize the women to pass the 2/3 gender rule. In fact, it was already presented in Parliament by the President, and we actually debated and agreed that we're going to push for the 2/3 gender rule. And we're going to make sure that women, especially the women, but we also need our counterparts, the men, to push for us so we can reach to the threshold. And I think it was well received in Parliament, and I guess this time round we will have better results. We will have more participation, and we will have members pushing for it because it's something that we have agreed. It's also an agenda for the Kenya Kwanza, which I'm a member of because I'm a member of UDA, and so we're going to push it and we're going to make sure that we achieve it in Parliament this time around.
The president of the International Association of Women Judges, that is IAWJ Kenya chapter, Agnes Morgor, acknowledged the strategic note's focus on addressing sexual and gender-based violence, which is of significant importance to judiciaries.
As women judges and magistrates of the judiciary, we identify with this key objective because as an association we are keen to ensure access to justice for women and children, and more particularly in the area of gender-based violence, we want to ensure that they are able to have their cases heard and determined in the fastest possible time. And we're proud that the work we've been doing with UN Women has been to ensure that we work with key stakeholders in the business of justice delivery to ensure that we can have cases heard as quickly as possible.
At the same time, the Kenya country representative for UN Women, Anna Mutavati, stated that the note is a further step to increase the number of women elected to various leadership positions.
We are preparing already for 2027 to see that Kenya moves beyond the 23% representation currently of women elected into parliament to the minimum 30% that has been stipulated in the constitution. So between now and 2026, we'll be working very hard to identify those women that want to run for political office, prepare them, but also talk to their political parties and ensure that they are opening up spaces for women to lead.
We cannot talk about development if 52% of our part of the population is not involved. So it is just in everybody's interest that our sisters are involved in these processes as much as possible, and we try to bring women into the leadership. Uraia works with various institutions in the country and various organizations in the country to propagate women in development and women in leadership.
The strategic note focuses on 4 key areas, including democratic governance, ending violence against women and girls, women economic empowerment, and peace, security, and humanitarian action.
Trying to sensitize women.
Tiffany Wamboi, Hope TV, Nairobi.